My name is Rhapsody, welcome back to Darkest Dungeon 2. We're headed into the Tangle with a hopeful and respectful relationship and an envious relationship. Unfortunately, that envious relationship has forced us to tag in two abilities that my characters weren't otherwise using.
War. Rewards only. Resignation.
Controlled burn, there we go, that was the one I was looking for. And yes, Judgment has been retagged. Annoyingly. Meaning I'm missing out on the Consecration of Fortitude or Divine Grace. Woof. I think out of those I need to lose Divine Grace until I think a fight desperately demands it. Not happy about that though. Definitely not happy about it. So I can head to the left to go to a hospital. Got enough relics to clear up 2 negatives. I could get rid of Flawed Release and Curmudgeon. It's not bad. Unfortunately, it locks me out of the opportunity to go then... No, it doesn't lock me out. There's actually a path over. Never mind. Oh, but... I am locked out of the ability to go to the lair. Unless I take the left and then 2 assistance encounters and a watchtower. Wow, that is a lot of value I have to give up just to take that lair. And I'm not especially well prepared for it. I don't think I'm gonna go. Looking towards the future, I know that I'm going to be destroying my wheels a little bit, so maybe I'll take the right here over to the unknown, hoping that it might be a... hoping that it might be a hero shrine. But I could also go the left to get to the hospital, right to get to the unknown, and then forward to another unknown before going to Oblivion's ingress, which I think that is the nice middle line of value. I get to remove some stress from a character. Mr. Gibberish in specific. Noting that as soon as we get to the hospital will also remove the stress that other characters on my team gained from choosing this location.
Muscles burn. The body requires attention.
Holy water. If I wanted to right now, I could purchase enough holy water to justify, not justify, but really assist in the fight against the exemplars. I don't need to remove Flawed Release. I also don't need to remove Curmudgeon, but I want to.
We need not be defined by our shortcomings.
Melophobic is also pretty bad. In that I do want to do a bunch of musical things over the course of this. That said, I think that and then getting 2 holy water seems very appropriate for us. Let's head to... Oh man, I'm breaking a lot of my armor as well. I might have another road fight or something like that. Unless I want to diversify by going across the academic study at this point, but then I have to break another wheel in order to get back. And I know that I have... I don't know that I have wheel destruction in the future, at least. No, I'm going for the unknown.
The unknown.
Hero shrine!
Be wary.
It is! Oh, hell yeah. Do I have... I only have one more hero shrine I even need to hit, so if there's another hero shrine after this, it's going to be kind of embarrassing. I'm going to be actually pretty sad about that. Flapjacks! They have arrived. We get 4 at a time as well, which is very good, considering...
All that matters is the flickering torch you bear.
We only need 4 of them in order to get +1 max HP. Alright, Leper. How does your story end?
Chapter 5. A beautiful view.
Your fight with the Viziers has blinded you?
Satisfied that the spirit of his benevolent tenure would endure, he abdicated the throne. People gathered at windows and along the roads, weeping, some threw petals at his feet, while others watched in reverent stoicism. As he walked beyond the city gates, he marveled at the beauty of the world, and was grateful for his many blessings.
I love him so much. Bash. On self, immobilize. On target, immobilize and daze. And then ruin. From the first 3 positions, self, when damaged, plus 20% damage for the next 3 turns. Oh. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's really cool. I probably don't drop Solemnity for that. But I'm gonna. Because, like, Ruin and Withstand, if we get extra actions, casting those will make us ridiculous. And I would love to experiment with some ridiculosity. Some ridictitude. Ridictaneousness. Sorry, apologies. I know there's the correct suffix there, and I failed to use it constantly beforehand. Right. So... looking for a Firefly immediate. Set up combo on 2 targets. Nice.
Steady.
Oh no, I'm blinded. What am I going to do? Murder someone? Yeah.
A promising development.
I mean, sure, I'll use Divine Comfort, because I don't really want to use the ability that stresses people. I'll hit the crack shot that's about to fire, hoping to prevent them from firing.
A righteous action.
Beautiful. And got a trinket that we need to throw away there. Extra healing, less damage. That's extra healing received as well, otherwise it would be reasonable to put on Rawsome. Wait, for real? This is an Oblivion? Oh boy, this is an aggressive path. Okay, Rawsome, you need your relationships with the party fixed. Toot Sweet and Post Haste. So if anyone agrees with you, you should be the person to take the plunge. Oh! That's what you get! It seems like Divine Comfort could be here, but I could also roll Consecration of Light, noting that I am going to be able to hit an unguarded target. There goes the Cherub. Swing! Bada bada. Can actually hit both of them with the Q. But one of them has giant regen. Maybe I don't care about hitting that one as much. Yeah, don't love the... Oh my god. Don't love that we get pushed out of position.
The enemy weakens and wanes. Hold fast, for who knows what lurks in the beyond.
Consecration of Fortitude should certainly be in the second space. All works out. I think Control Burn would make a bunch of sense to just throw at the altar, but I also don't know how long the altar is even going to be in that position.
Malaise, measured and steady.
But unless you heal it, it's gonna die. Yeah, I wasn't really expecting for our Jester to make it to that back position. Dang. Failed to intimidate, but thankfully I still managed to taunt. I'm gonna try and blind the unit that's about to attempt to attack with crits. And that's why.
Collaboration confers advantage.
Oh yes. No better time to crit.
A slow dissection. An unavoidable end.
Throw in another Divine Comfort. Keep that regen going on. And then why don't you go down to the ground? Oh wow. Never mind. Sorry. Let me... Now why don't you go down to the ground? Love to see that. Sure, I'll protect a character that does not need it at all. Goodbye to the Evangelist. Alright. We have Sickening Silence, apply to attacker if we are diseased, 6 Blight if not diseased. Yeah. And Dark Impulse, extra healing given, lower healing received from skills. I don't think healing, like modifies healing given or healing received. I don't believe that affects regen. That said, does the Dark Impulse affect the heal that you get from Ghastly Gruel? Increasing that? Be kind of cool if it did. Okay, upcoming is our second road battle. I've got to make sure that I don't fight 6 or more of these. I don't expect there is a path where I can at this point, but I'll still be wary just in case. The implication is going to load shot as its first move,
What can we learn upon closer inspection?
which will help shield it. I want to focus on the implication first, actually. Fade to Black sets up a combo on it, as well as moving us back. They load shot. Oh, that's 2 block tokens. I was really hoping it was only going to be 1, because I can't remove 2 at the same time. I can remove 1, though. Preparing for the worst case scenario, I'm going to use Divine Comfort. Cool, burns enough. Hey, now I don't even need to wait for burn. Enemy can be debuffed. Smoke screen, blind him. Dang. We take the hit.
Lenity. Grace. Small acts that drive back the darkness.
To use a Consecration of Fortitude on the second line so they can start preparing to do more. And yeah, I'd love to heal. Hell of a lot of your HP, bud. And I didn't even remove the combo token. What's up with that? Wait. It doesn't consume the combo token? Has it ever consumed the combo? Am I? Oh boy. Okay, I'm gonna Dragonfly from this position. Get some stress recovery. It also moves the Jester into position to be affected by the Consecration, gaining more charges. And I can do it again with a Fade to Black. Oh my god, I would have loved to actually strike with that. Oh boy. How good it could have been. Alright, I'm gonna run and hide in order to stealth the self and avoid the damage that way. Finale. Minimum damage finale! Oh my god, almost any of its hits would have done it. Rude! That said, not so bad, we can follow up with a kill.
The past is gone. Let it die.
Excellent. Another Oblivion's ingress to fall before us. And a cache behind it as well. We are going to have a lot of tools. Patricia says they'll burn the same as any other, but also already has a 100% relationship with Neko. So I think it's more important that we get Rawsome to continue fixing her relationships. Moving to a 17 and a 14, a friendly and a very friendly. Rather than making the enemies vulnerable.
The enemy weakens and wanes.
Ugh, both the bleed and burn connected there. Thankfully sending combo on that Evangelist has lined up a turn for the leper.
And apply it judiciously.
Oh my god. Crit him down to the ground! Yes! Actually, they're literally about to act. They're dead. Oh my god, and I crit the target in front of them as well.
On to the next.
I really didn't expect that. Alas. Yeah, Divine Comfort, I think, then. I thought this fight might have been long enough to use a Consecration instead, but now? Divine Comfort, please. I'm gonna try and kill the Herald before it actually gets to crit. Never mind, it got regen! The regen number on that is way too high. What if I use Finale? Gosh. I'm putting like everything into this. I'm gonna use stimulants on myself as well, gain a buff. 5 to 7. Minimum roll on the damage. We did the 5. It critting our backline would have been nightmarish. So glad I prevented that. I'll start removing those blocks on the enemy's backline there.
Malaise, measured and steady.
5 burn for the next 4 turns. It's gonna need to be damaged directly as well to try and prevent its Zoic end. And that'll do it. Phew. There we go. I know you don't have enough stress to actually be assisted in any fashion by this. But there you go, Patricia. God.
An inkling of potency still lingers in some of these well-worn relics.
Stun resistant mastery. It's fine. Another rough wheel patch, but it's the first we've actually encountered. The others were on alternative paths. Inventory is relatively empty still. Bunch of space left in there. What have we got in the cache? Shroud Almanac, Sapples and Cheese. Playing card, the Stone Mount, converting block tokens into block plus. Laudanum, Burn Salve. Yeah, it's all fine. Wait. It's this region, right? Am I? The exemplars at the end of the 3rd region, right? Maybe it's at the end of the 4th region. Maybe I just... Because I never think of the start as you're driving into the first inn. I never think of that as a region. So I never know what's actually Region 3 or what I've mentally noted is Region 3 because it's the 3rd significant region I've encountered. Really jamming myself up there. $61 torch. We could get a bunch of food. I'm doing it. Mr. Gibberish pays them. We get 30 flame and we get 2 steak and spudge, which are great food. Oh, and also it's a food, so it makes us faster.
The worst kind of parasite. Opportunists.
Yeah, this guy's clearly never had to take worm. Dragonfly. I knew that was gonna happen. Even more blindness. Pretty hot damage right there. How dare you move him? Oh, that was just not enough. That was only really going to be worth a damn if it was enough, and it instead wasn't. I really wanted that combo, that burn to combo
Steady
forwards.
yourself.
That would have prevented a really large amount of damage there, actually.
Let us hope to finish this.
That's how the finale's supposed to go. I suppose I am going to Consec of Fortitude our front line. Both of those targets are already dead. So sure, gain some defensiveness. Wow, the controlled burn is even interrupted there. That surprises me a lot. I figured that it would still affect the previous position, even if it, you know, relocated its first burn. It's really not good for the leper to be in that position. I'm gonna have to get the leper something else. Yeah, I gotta fix this somehow. Absolutely gonna blind you. Did not expect to crit for ridiculous damage like that, frankly. But our leper definitely needs to change skills again. I mean, Ruin is cool, but probably not for anything except for a boss fight, right? Let's get Solemnity tagged back on, thank you. Some stress recovery as well as individual healing. The relationships in our party are getting very strong. Oh, gibberish! Cadaver Slayer. I'm ready for them. I've trained. We start with a crit token. Or they'll advance relentless, they'll perish. Gibberish, you can still benefit from this. And we get the crit token. Love it. That's some more stress. Crit token already? Oh no, it's just for the leper. Yeah, that makes sense. Should probably just set up a control burn. Skulltoss strikes our Vestal, but does not manage. Biting Blade, yeah, that's gonna hit, and that's gonna bleed, and it's gonna be pretty big. We're probably gonna have to use Solemnity on turn 1, frankly. I'm gonna put the Consec of Fortitude on the very front line. As much as I would love to open within a Harvest here. Inspiring Tune feels like it's gonna be necessary over the course of this fight. No, I've got to use the Harvest. It's 2 tokens that are deeply important to be removed from the enemy already. Bonesaw, unfortunately, would use my crit. So I'm going to use my crit to self-heal with Solemnity. 36! Yeah, that works. Debuff resistance of the Knight is significantly lower to the debuff resistance of the Ghoul, so I'll smokescreen you. We do get the blind, and we also get the vulnerable, removing the enemy's armor. Hal comes out, we're all worried about it. Now I definitely need to start using Inspiring Tune as soon as possible, thank you. And let's roll Divine Comfort early. Love to see the Biting Blade miss there. I think I will Dragonfly my way backwards.
Slow dissection. An unavoidable end.
Skulltoss is dodged. That Knight's already going on the ground. I'm gonna use Fade to Black to blind the Ghoul and move backwards as well. Getting a combo, sorry, a crit token for my troubles. Even rolling minimum damage, thankfully, there was enough to put the enemy on the ground. Failed to follow up with a weaken, but I do still taunt. Let me use Judgment, which gives us stress to Patricia, but I can remove that now with a guard. Smokescreen does manage to remove the block on the Ghoul right before it generates it again for itself. I can't crit stress heal, unfortunately. I would love to, though.
There is comfort in company.
There we go. We're definitely working our way through these. Speaking of working our way through, I think I'm going to work my way manually through the corpse. Also just going to burn the Ghoul directly, and then at the start of its turn, it's also going to roll against that burn chance.
measured and
Or I could have put the burn in front of them and then tried to push them into it by taking out the corpse. I just feel like that would be significantly less impactful.
bravo.
Let's drop out another Consecration of Light. I would love to use another stress healing ability as well. Did I use Inspiring Tune last turn? Yes, I did. Which means the follow-up to this is crit. Dragonfly into 52 damage finale crit. Death blow on the enemy. Okay, so we're going to be ready to start de-stressing Patricia at the start of the next fight. Picked up a Mastery, as well as the Clandestine Cape and the Blistering Bugle. Still not over the moon about any of them. Definitely far from over the moon. We've got a Creature's Den coming up. After that, Oblivion's Rampart.
Our protection has been stripped to its last.
Oh, the positive relationships are going wild. Remember, live, love, love. Home is where the hearth is. Patricia says it looks awfully closed in, but is also the only person who's bold enough to fight them. Patricia, you're saying it looks awfully closed in. Why don't you just throw a Molotov cocktail in there and walk away?
The enemy weakens and wanes.
No, not the rabies. Unfortunately, neither of those moves set up the combo that I wanted from them. Oh gosh, we picked up Tarantism. Forward, back, or dodge. I don't want unjustified additional movement in this party. It's like a big thing.
There is comfort in company.
You! Yeah, okay, fine. I only got one of them, but I did manage to remove a dodge token. The controlled burn missed, but it still connected the burn in the location, so that's gotta count, right?
Malaise, measured and steady.
Good work protecting. Unfortunately, I rolled minimum damage there, preventing me from actually being able to kill that enemy off the back of that. Noting how long we are still going to be in this fight, it's time for a Divine Comfort. I'm getting a lot of extra actions on the leper here. I'm very happy about that. Did we just get another... Oh, second person with Tarantism. Oh boy. Certainly not what I wanted. I'm also really not good at taking out corpses, so I may want to actually consider tagging Purge. Clears all the corpses on the enemy team, so I'll actually be able to access the enemy backliners, the ones that I consistently wail about not being able to access. Yeah, I can't use that to de-stress myself. Figured. Oh, neat! You put me in a position where I can use Dragonfly. Wow. Just gonna pretend I wasn't dodging, huh? Rude. Second Fortitude. Again, the fight still has some teeth in it. I suspect it's gonna take me a while to kill this enemy. Yeah, because I'm still gonna want to kill it at an opportune time. I'm gonna smoke screen, attempt to blind you. That's why. Got 2 convictions. I can deal 100% extra damage with this. It's just unfortunate I'm blinded. Have to withstand. If I get another turn, I'll use Solemnity. Sorry, with the other way around. To have to use Solemnity. If I get another turn, I'll use Withstand. The big problem is I want to kill with my first attack in the next turn. Rude. Tarantism makes it impossible to do. It's okay, I can kill with a second attack on that turn. Giving us... full spawn of enemies. None of them get to attack for this round. Sanctuary for some de-stress. I am blinded. Here is gibberish. But I may elect to use my bone saw. It just doesn't feel like the bone saw is at all necessary. Yeah, it's not. That's why it doesn't feel like it's necessary, because it isn't. Oh wow, now I'm not blinded. It's dumb. Sick. Two moves before me. It's pretty likely I gain another stress on one of my characters that has stress. I'm gonna roll controlled burn on the front position then. Oh no, with the taunt it's less likely that I curse. Alas. Thankfully these corpse eaters are gonna take care of the corpses on the field for me. To my comfort. Whenever it's available, it is the right move there. Still don't have break, eh? I mean, I know how good it is, and I still don't use it. What's up? What's up with that? If I use Finale, I can take the Carrion Devourer in the front line out. Rectify my party positioning a little bit as well. I suppose what I'm offering here as rectification of our party positioning is... Oh wow, you actually managed to resist the burn. Rude. Is just putting the Jester in a position where I can now use stress recovery. Yeah, no death blow resist on that character. Thankfully, I can use my guard ability on the Vestal from any position. Let's withstand in preparation here. I'd rather be hit as the leper, please. Of course, that wasn't going to happen. Forgot about that for a second. Oof. It's all good. Sanctuary for the de-stress on Patricia our Runaway. And Inspiring Tune for Rawsome our Vestal. It's 100% smoke screen time. I would like this character not to hit me with its crit, please. I have my own crit for them, though.
Measure out your violence and apply it judiciously.
Sure, Consecration of Light. Entirely unnecessary.
Through the fatigue. Bravo!
Ooh, a little bit of stress healing from that crit. Glad to see it. I don't want to be lower health so that I can hit Solemnity, actually. Oh, that'll help. Missing the enemy is going to make it difficult.
Calculation, perhaps.
Twice in a row, I guess. Enemies down on Death's Door now. This may still work. Right? 4 more HP, 24. 24 out of 73 is less than a third. 72 would be right. So we can cast Solemnity immediately after that, and then the enemy will die their DOT. So in order to not prevent that from happening, I'm looking to only cast debuffs and movements here. Oh, I can't cast Divine Comfort, otherwise I won't be able to do it. It's kind of fun. Kind of funny. Kind of funky. Solemnity for the de-stress and giant heal, and then, oh gosh, I'll even directly kill the enemy. That was a very, very, very long Creature's Den.
Scavenge what you can. Off once more.
Ah, yes! We get the remove diseases from party. Rawsome and Patricia both have Tarantism over that very long Creature's Den. And we also get another 2 mastery from that. This party is very mastery hungry, admittedly. There are a lot of things I've looked at like, I can't move forward without mastering that.
As the world collapses.
See, our party positioning. It's all Fubar. They Fubar'd right up! Don't move him backwards. I'm legitimately considering opening with the finale. Trying to take out the Pillager Crackshot immediately. I considered it, and it turns out it was the right play, I think. Still gonna downplay it a little bit, I think. That'll prevent another action at least. Good gosh. Let's get you to generously just move back a little bit there. Blindness and vulnerability. Annoyingly, from the third position, they can't actually target our front position, so they just continue targeting the best available on the field, which is... full... Well, I wasn't going to hit anyway. This way I've kept the taunt up.
A slow dissection. An unavoidable end.
And no one's impressed by that to the tune of de-stressing? Never mind, I stressed myself out by critting the enemy for 43.
Unpleasant in the extreme. This work is noble and necessary.
Very much looking forward to the opportunity of just removing two at the same time. That's the diseases, that is. Think everyone's wielding the right tools for the fight. I'm pretty sure this is the exemplar. Right? Nope. Nope. Next area. Fair enough. Honestly, like, controlled burn on the position of the altar seems like a really good way to try and... Because it's going to defend itself, if nothing else. So we can get some DOTs very early on dealing with that. Another play would be smoke screen. And then a harvest from Neko. And then the altar is open with a combo token on it to be hit directly by the leper. If that had the ability to actually blind the altar significantly as well, that is to say, if the altar was targeting any of its attacks, I might consider that more. Unfortunately, the altar resisted the burn. The second burn, that is.
The slow suffering
Woof.
begins.
What do you mean, slow suffering? That didn't seem especially slow. So I can use Fade to Back to rectify my positioning here for the sake of the next turn. I like that a lot, actually. It sets up a combo target that I can use for the Leper to strike the altar directly, and it gives me the ability to use Dragonfly next turn as well, which I believe I will probably need the damage from that also. Yeah, especially with that. Oh. You know what? I'm going to use this second turn to withstand. If I get to strike and then set up a buff on the same turn, that's incredible. Anytime you'll let me do that, I will. Thank you.
Measure out your violence and apply it judiciously.
Alright, the altar is now dead. I can actually crit the Evangelist for 22 damage right now. Ooh, but I could also blind the Cardinal as well as moving back. No, I'm gonna go for the Evangelist actually. Because that's a 22, and then Mr. Gibberish, you don't actually need to do an insane amount of damage here. Unfortunately, the combo was off the target. I was calculating as if the combo was still on the target. That's all good. Still puts him down to death's door. That unit is gonna die. No, mine tokens. Yeah. Absolute smokescreen. Don't manage to blind them, but I do hit the vulnerability at least. Combo token cannot be avoided though, so that was always confirmed. I'm gonna put the Contact of Fortitude on my own space. Controlled Burn has moved to the next target.
Lenity. Grace. Small acts that drive back the darkness.
Yeah, I can set up the burn on you pretty happily, I think. Also gonna blind you and try and set up combo, or rather the other way around, set up combo and try and blind you. And actually, it feels most appropriate for Awesome just to manually move back at the moment. Hollow Vessel is dodged. Perfect. Thunk. I really feel like I should smokescreen here because nothing the runaway can do will prevent the enemy from really getting an action here, but if I can prevent them from benefiting from their action, which I can't, it would be good if I could. But again, I cannot.
A simple kindness.
I would have loved to use Solemnity instead there. Oh well. Yeah, ending the fight sooner rather than later there seems significantly better.
Overcome even the greatest of threats.
Another mastery. Hardened heart. Extra resistances. Just in case. Oh, wow, it's actually time to throw my trinkets away. That's freed up a reasonable amount of space, I think. And time to pull into the next inn. Finally, I can get rid of these negative relationships. Oh, we got more flapjacks! Woo, that's more speed. Finally, I can get rid of these negative relationships that are causing my party so much of an issue.
The fire is lit. The table is set. The inn awaits its favorite guests.
Stiff knees on Rawsome. -3 speed. Nekohime has also got hypochondria. Patricia has an iron stance. And Mr. Gibberish is nocturnal. With low flame, gains extra speed and extra damage. We remove the Tarantism from both Rawsome and Patricia courtesy of the peculiar secretion. And we have so much mastery! 9 mastery to give out!
Consider your position and plan accordingly.
Oh wow. The Fator. Food gear. If food in inventory is equal to or greater than 10, it will be. Plus 10% to resolute chance. Also, increases food stacking by 4 per stack, so it makes it a lot easier to keep all of it. That said, we don't really have inventory struggles at the very end of the game, and that would prevent me from being able to go to the sluice instead in the next episode. And I
The
think
next
I want to go to the
stop is
sluice.
leagues away. Plan accordingly.
Oh my god, so much mastery.
Precious relics remind us of a time before the end.
Roast pig for the -2 stress to all and positive hero relationships for everyone. Absolutely, I'm buying that pig and we're using that pig. Let's quickly see if Neko has anything to gain additional stress with, maybe. Remove a negative quirk. Okay, does anyone have a negative quirk just by itself that I know needs to go away? No. I mean, closest is stiff knees on Rawsome. Ooh, stew pot. Before each location, a chance to produce invigorating stew. There's also a pot and still. Oh wow, ice pots. +2 for quantity of looted food, and +1 to disease resist for each. What, the food barrels are here too? Oh my god. Yikes, there's so much stuff here. I think what I actually want to do is like food barrels and the stew pot. And then put both of them into our thing. That is +2 speed, by the way, just base. +2 speed to every character. Oh, Butcher's Feast. We get to heal to 100% as well as a result of having come here. Hell yeah.
Learn what can be taught, that you may stand just a little taller at the end.
Let's make sure that everyone actually has the abilities tagged that I want them to have tagged. Weirdly, right now, I feel like there's no extra ability that I need to tag on Patricia. Was it? For real? What was the other ability I was using? I can't tell. Cauterized as a safety tool, I guess? Also heals a percentage of max HP, so it's worth a lot more than the regen is. Regen's actually worth a lot more when you're not, you know, max HP build. Alas, I still think it's good. And then Rawsome! Yes, of course. You can become good again with the Divine Grace Soul. That was the big problem, what with the HP that we didn't have, but we could have. And now we will. I'm gonna go into the sluice, so don't really think I need to especially prepare for the sluice. That's not how that works.
A bit of comfort on the road to damnation.
We lost Neat Freak, but we did not lose Stiff Knees, unfortunately. Awesome. Did you just pick up Bon Vivant? Yeah, extra positive relationship chance, extra lower negative relationship chance. I feel like I could just buy some whiskey from this area and be pretty happy about that too, like direct. Yeah, I can and I want to, and I'm happy about it. Okay, so important humps to get over. 14, 17, and 20. So, Rawsome and Patricia. I don't want to take things to 20 because I'm more likely to get positive relationship past this point as well. So what I want to do is get anyone friendly up. So that is Gibberish and Rawsome together. Would have loved that to crit, alas. Second one did. My god, I literally have mastery for basically everything. So Controlled Burn, good against boss. Ignores stealth, and stealth is slightly relevant in this next area. Cauterize upgrading its heals, actually pretty impactful. Inspiring Tune, I need a second stress heal in this party, and I've tried to get away without having one for too long. It's been too long. What if I don't need Slice Off? Hear me out. What if instead I Battle Ballad? Because this does give me the opportunity to rectify my party positioning a little bit, right? I can move not only the Leper forward, but I can also move the Runaway forward, or I can move the Jester forward, or I could concede by moving the Vestal forward. So many options. One impactful part of the Battle Ballad is that it also removes combo from the target, which is very relevant. That said, do I need that? Or do... Encore. Ooh. Or do I instead perhaps want Play Out? Moves the target back and removes their combo token as well as granting them a defensive token. I don't think I need to solve that right now, but I'm about to have to solve it pretty soon. I'm upgrading both Consecrations. And the Divine Grace, sue me. You try and explain to a court what Darkest Dungeon 2 is. Solemnity? Don't need it? I mean, how many times have I said, oh, it'd be really nice to have Purge, and then I didn't put it on ever? What can I drop? Because it doesn't feel like it should be Solemnity. It's important for consistent stress management. I think I can drop Withstand, but I'm not going to be happy about it, because Withstand is also exceptionally good in terms of the amount of HP it's saving us. That said, no one else in the party can really clear corpses. Skills you're showing? Yeah. Just give me a second here. Let me make certain that I didn't just lie. Yeah, no one else is clearing corpses on this team. Mantra. What a curiosity you are. The fact that it can heal 50%. So big. I feel like in the final fight, that might be the right choice. And like... removing divine comfort, maybe? But I don't need to plan around that just yet. I think I have the right ones at the moment. Heading back to our mastery trainer. I mean, I know Chop needs to eventually get upgraded, and I know that I have excess upgrades right now, so why am I hesitating? Yeah, I'm gonna take Purge. Someone has to. But I don't need to upgrade Purge, do I? It adds a combo token to the target that you're intending to knock away. That's really the... no, absolutely not. Reflection removing blindness and combo. I think I can drop Solemnity and take Reflection instead, use Withstand and Reflection. Up Control Burn and Firefly. Just higher damage and higher crit on Finale. That'll eventually happen. Doesn't have to happen right now, I don't believe. Why does Reflection feel so wrong? Because it already removes? Because it already removes the stress and the combo? I don't need to upgrade it. I'm gonna upgrade Withstand. And in the next area, Cauterize is gonna be sick as hell. It's hard not to justify upgrading that. I'm going to take the food barrels and the stew pot I previously mentioned.
Reconfigure. Meet each challenge on its own terms.
I'm gonna have to try and rectify the comfort of this wagon a little bit. There we go. We did it. Got playing cards. Do I dare? Yeah, we knocked one of our relationships down, unfortunately. The whiskey could be +3. You know what? Raw some gibberish, drink together. Perfect. Gets him back to 20. As for this next area, do I need to feed people? The more food I keep, the more max HP they have. Gibberish, you can't get diseased. I mean, you know what? 5% is, as far as I'm concerned, can't. So that'll be enough for you. I currently have 12 food, which is +3 max HP for the entire team. Woohoo. So 44 base. Okay, so good. The harvest bonus from our trophy applies only to our base HP. It doesn't apply to our additional HP from the altar, the hero path reduction, the buff increase, or the pet. That makes life a lot easier. Although, in terms of the ordering, it makes life a lot easier. In terms of the game, it's actually harder. But I'm okay with that. Yeah, I'm going to go into the next area for the sluice. I'm going to replace holy water with stimulants. Just being prepared. Pouch of light, I could have been using that for clearing course as well. Okay. I think that's right. I'm so keen to have +3 speed to everyone. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Not negative speed on a leper. They said it couldn't be done. I'm selecting the sluice.
Abandoned waterways. Home now to far worse than rats.
I'm gonna elect to go out and we'll see how many positive relationships we form. 4! 3 relationships with the leper and 1 between the DOTs of our team.
Aspiration unites the hopeful.
Chop will remove stress from Patricia. That's great. I don't use Bash. Nor Solos. That's not really going to impact much. I mean, they'll have positive relationship interactions.
A bond to be counted on.
I do use Finale from time to time, but not Ransack. And a final Hopeful. Even more stress off the party when I use Solemnity and Consecration of Fortitude. We're going to head into the sluice in the start of the next episode. Until then, though, my name's Rhapsody, and the name of the game has been Darkest Dungeon 2. This looks like a especially successful and quite cool run at Chapter 5. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves. A special thanks this episode to Jazzy. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you all next time.